Good morning and welcome again to EduSkills, OET Made Easy. Our mission is to make you fall in love with OET. If you're watching this on YouTube, kindly consider subscribing to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like our work, and please share the video to others so that we reach out to OET aspirants, especially those who are financially struggling to crack OET. And you can find the links of previous live Zoom sessions in the description below. And also you can find the platform link in the description as well. Today we'll be dealing with the question types and how to apply the strategy. These three types of questions we have already dealt with in the previous session. If you have not attended the session, you can go to EduSkills OET YouTube channel and find three videos of these three sessions in detail. So the first type we found is elimination, when there is straight opposites. When there are two opposites in answer options, one of them is right. So other two are automatically eliminated. You have to choose between the two opposites. This type question, focus on the topic sentence. You know that. Question based on detail, focus on the developing sentence. And now we go into the other type, eliminate again, elimination. Grammatically incorrect sentences are can be eliminated. Grammatically incorrect sentences can be eliminated, but when the question is, it is not true, the statement is not true, that is the wrong one they are asking. So you have to choose the grammatically wrong one most of the time, okay, if there is a grammatical mistake. And for the fifth one, we'll be looking into contrast word-based question, okay, contrast word like however, but, whereas, all those things. Focus on what is said after the contrast word. And the next one is contrast-based question. There is a difference between contrast word-based question and contrast-based question, where you have to focus on contrast words and expressions. And the seventh one we look into is opinion questions. Focus on the opinion words or the modal verbs. Sorry. And hope this is familiar to you. And there are other types, 5 more types, where you'll not be able to go into it today. It will take a long time. We'll continue again. Okay, eliminate grammatically incorrect sentence. We are taking from reading part B. As we have seen in the elimination method, 7 skills of elimination. If you have not attended the session, there is a video in the EduSkills OET YouTube channel. Please visit. You will have clarity on the concept. So the eliminate the absolute, eliminate wrong ones, all those things. Then we have seen the third skill that we have learned is look for precise language. More professional and scientific answer is always correct. And the one straight opposites, radical answers, and educated guess, all those things we have seen, random guess, all these things we have seen. We are focusing on a precise language. Okay, use grammar clues. Look for precise language. More professional and scientific answer is always right. But then when question is negative, for example, which is not correct as per the passage or which is not given in the passage, definitely the one with grammar mistake, if there is an option with a grammar mistake or unprofessional language, that will be the choice. So grammatically incorrect options, for example, the people of India, or one option says a country full of athletes. There is no verb here. You cannot make a sentence with the people of India, a country full of athletes. You cannot make a sentence. So no verb is included in the seconds. Now,
Yes, Father.
now in the precise language also, you'll be thinking on focus on nouns, verbs, adjectives, which you'll not be dealing with today. That's entirely different session. And singular and plural. Read the nouns and pronouns in connection. Okay, so our focus here is just eliminate grammatically incorrect sentence. Reading part B. If I am not audible, admins will have to tell me, okay? There is some issue. Okay. Let me stop share once again. I'm audible, right?
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Yes. Yes, I'm thinking of giving you some listening practice as well, along with this reading session. Okay, you see, you listen to the system reading it.
Which of the following can be understood from the text? Face masks may be worn only when instructed by a nurse or a member of the infection control team. It is necessary for all hospital staff and visitors to follow additional infection prevention precautions before entering the hospital premises. Wearing face mask might not be required at all times.
Questions.
In the option A, face mask may be worn only when instructed by a nurse of a member of the infection control team.
Okay. So
nurse of a member of the infection control team means.
okay, where is it in the text, in the passage? Did you find that the same expression? Now they're asking, which of the following can be understood from the text? Which of the following? Only one is understood from the text. So you have that additional precautions may be required in certain, and these will be advised
by a nurse
in charge or a member.
Yeah. So here it says a nurse or a
member of the infection control team.
But here it says nurse of a member. It looks same. It looks same. Why I am teaching you this? In this category, we have already looked into the answer. Now we are not going to find out the answers, but to learn these strategies, how to apply the strategies and identify the questions. So what I'm telling you, nurse or doctor is not nurse of a team, right? Nurse or a doctor or anyone of the team can advise, but the first option says only the nurse of a member of the infection control team should advise about face mask, about wearing face masks. So you see the difference. So just we have to focus on this. When you read, make it very clear that the sentence or the option goes along with the text. So if you have a doubt here, now what happens? Normally we take it for granted and we read it, it is same. For example, here it says these will be advised by a nurse in charge or a member of the infection control team. Even when we read, there is a pause because, but then otherwise, face mask may be worn only when instructed by a nurse of a member of the infection control team. So you see the or of the grammar used is different. So normally this is a case. In other cases, I'll also show you examples where the sentence itself, without looking at the text, you can make out a grammatical mistakes in the option itself. So it is necessary for all hospital staff and visitors to follow. Here you have seen all hospital staff and visitors. What was that?
All is an absolute.
Yeah, all is an absolute. So normally absolutes can be eliminated. See how easily we reach out to the next option. Now there is nothing to look for. If you have you need to know the wearing face mask might not be required at all times. There is another strategy being used here. What could you tell me? What is it?
Modal verb.
Modal verb is used.
Modal verb is there. Other than that,
Negative meaning.
negative meaning. Exactly. This is negative meaning of what? See,
Not
for
all.
instance, certain conditions may require face mask.
Face mask.
May, might. They are the modal verbs.
Might.
And may require a face mask to be worn. May require. Now here, wearing face mask might not be required at all times, which means it is required sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, so that is called may.
Certain
This,
condition.
yeah, this is what you have to practice, understand, write down these statements. This statement in the this one passage, as well as the answer option which is given, which is right. Write down in a notebook and understand how they use these expressions. When you're familiar with these expressions, automatically you'll come to know this is how they manage. This is also known as another strategy is paraphrasing. This is a way of paraphrasing, speaking the same thing in other words or reading the same thing in different words. So you have here grammatical issue, grammatically improper language, not precise grammar used. Other one, you have absolute, you have modal verb, you have negative meaning. It doesn't mean you have to find out all these strategies. Only when you learn, you have to go into details. Later on, when you do it, you don't require to look into these things at all. Immediately, you will understand as you go through the options. As we have this second one is like QAT method, question, answer options, then text. So as soon as you go into the answer options, you will have an idea what they are saying. And as soon as you see an absolute, you just ignore that and you choose between the other two options. And if you get confused, for example, this also is given in the answer. That's what I said. You have to focus on the precise language. Though the A option is exactly given here, one word off and or grammar mistake or the difference is there. That's what makes this wrong option. Hope that is clear for you. Okay, now let's take a familiar passage from reading part C. Let's go. Which of the following statement is not true? Beware of this word not true. I have highlighted because not true means usually you eliminate when there is a grammar mistake. Here you can make it the answer. That will be the option because that is the one which is not given, not true, not given in the passage. So other case I said it will not be given in the passage. When it is not asked not true, that will never be the answer because there is a grammatical mistake you can eliminate. Here sometimes it can be when you are asked it is not true as per the passage, the sentence that has grammar mistake will be the answer. So here you can see these are familiar for you, but I am trying to highlight and make you understand how you have to select. Let's just listen.
9. Which one of the following statement is not true? It is not the first time that researchers have issued warnings about alcohol and cancer. Alcohol consumption can cause cancer of the mouth, larynx, pharynx, esophagus, bowel and breast. There is evidence that alcohol consumption causes 22% of breast cancers in Australia. Tobacco and asbestos are less likely to cause cancer than consumption.
Now, here we will not go into the details. Now, this is the answer, as you know. That's why I don't want to get into the answers and analyze the passage. That will take longer time. And as you know, tobacco and asbestos are less likely to cause cancer than consumption. Cancer than consumption. Is it true, correct grammatically?
No.
Nothing can cause tobacco and asbestos cannot cause consumption, right? It should be. It's not a condition. So clearly there is a problem. One problem. Second thing, if you have attended my session on nature of the text, different types of text. If the text is a comparison and contrast test or comparing between two things, the topic sentence and the introduction, everything will tell you that. And in that case, you will have such a comparison in the answer option. But here there is no comparison. This is a research report, study report on the causative mechanisms of cancer. So such different type of nature of text can never appear in the answer option. If it appears, it is wrong. So it is not true here. And also other things you have less likely. You have, if you want strategies like, we'll come back to that again. Definitely as certain as text is, certain, definite, sure. But then the option says less likely. That also says this can never be sure. So other options like to eliminate, you have a number here. Immediately you can launch into the number to find out whether that is the correct option. You need not search everywhere to eliminate. If there is a number, as I told you, that's one of the clues where you can simply swoop into that particular area, look at the particular number or percent or percentage given, and you will be easily able to compare if there is a clarification or rectification required, or if you have any doubt regarding the option that you have selected. But however, that can be done. You have to skip and go, and that can be done as you have completed your test and come back for rectifying the questions that you have some concern or doubts. So here, those things I am not going to explain in detail. Now to compare this and this, you can easily find that is given in the paragraph. They are asking which is not true according to the paragraphs. And also other things, mouth, larynx, voice box, all those things are given clearly here. Whenever there is a list of things, now list of conditions here or organs, something or devices or whatever. So look for the commas and immediately go into a list somewhere where there are many commas. So easily you can reach that particular area. Hope that is cool. We are not concerned about all those things now. Here we are just concerned about this signpost, which says grammatically incorrect answer is not true. Prefer elimination method video in YouTube channel. Tobacco and asbestos are less likely to cause cancer than consumption. So tobacco can be consumed, but then it's not a consumption is not a condition. So definitely grammatically that is wrong. Now contrast word-based question. So make sure here you have to be very careful about contrast expressions and contrast word-based questions. Okay, there are two types. They sound similar, but they are different. Let's just listen. Now this is contrast word-based. Focus on the what you have to focus. You have to focus on what is said after the contrast word. For example, however, but, whereas, all those expressions. What the answer will be soon after the contrast word. So let's take one question from part B. Yes, just listen. Okay, this is also a listening practice for you.
5. The passage suggests which of the following. Older people prefer physical examination. Symptoms in older people are not always typical. Physical examination is the way to gain additional history. Physical examination. Many individuals perceive a comprehensive physical examination to be an intrusive event that is best avoided if possible. However, for older people, in whom the typical presentations of lines may be subtle or unusual, a thorough physical examination is a cornerstone of assessment. The value of a thorough physical examination can be underestimated by healthcare professionals but may be highly regarded as a therapeutic benefit by patients. Talking to the patient during the examination is also a method of reassurance, while potentially gaining additional history and most of all, engendering trust. The key message is the value of a comprehensive, holistic and unrushed examination.
The passage suggests which of the following. Okay, older people prefer physical examination. Symptoms in older people are not always typical. Physical examination is the way to gain additional history. So we are thinking about contrast word. Do you find a contrast word in the text somewhere?
However,
But
Yeah.
However.
However, yes. That's a contrast word. So where will be the answer?
after
that
contrast
contrast
word.
word.
contrast. Yeah, just find whether there is an answer after the contrast word.
Older.
For older people, in whom the
Whom
typical
In
percentage lies
whom they
may be
were
subtle
may be
or
suitable,
capable of the
unusual.
yeah.
Line.
Pardon?
Not all.
A thorough physical examination is a cornerstone of the
suggest
assessment.
which of the following.
Yeah. The passage suggests so which is the answer? Symptoms in older people are not always typical. This is called paraphrasing. For older people in whom the typical presentations of lines may be subtle or unusual. Not also always typical means not, they are subtle or unusual. However, symptoms in older people are not always typical is the answer. We are not bothered about the answer here. We are not focusing on that. Just I want to make you understand there is, however, after the contrast word, normally answer happens. So here, the other aspect you can take the topic sentence says, what is the topic sentence? It says, many individuals perceive a comprehensive physical examination to be an intrusive event that is best avoided if possible. The topic sentence says physical examination is to be avoided, not preferred by anyone. So definitely older people prefer physical examination cannot be right. Because the topics, it goes against the spirit and the taste and the color and the texture and the mood of the topic sentence. Physical examination is the way to gain additional history. Physical examination is the way. The way. Okay, what does it speak here? But an older people, it's not the way, means it is a general statement. Physical examination is the way to gain additional history, means for all people. So here, while potentially gaining, see, the thing is here, potentially, I told you, it's not sure, right? Potentially, probably, perhaps, might, may. So these are not probable things, not sure. But then here it says physical examination is the way, means definitely. So it is certain, definite in the third option, but in the answer of text is ability, not sure. So you can know the opinion and the factual statement difference. So I just wanted to highlight only this contrast word in this particular session to tell you after the contrast word, focus on the portion so that you have the answer there. The symptoms in older people are not always typical. For older people in whom the typical presentations of lines may be subtle or unusual. This is called paraphrasing. That's why I said these expressions, this answer and the text content in the text should be written down in a book in the initial stages of your practice, and you have to gain that competency gradually. Now that was contrast word-based question. Sorry, contrast word-based question option. One second. Yes, this is again from B. Okay, one more example from B. Just listen.
6. Before dispensing medicine, nurses must contact the pharmacist. B are expected take written permission from the doctor. C must have had additional training. Role of the pharmacist. The pharmacist is legally responsible for the supply and distribution of drugs in accordance with the law. However, in some cases, nurses who have had additional training may dispense medicines, if this is in line with the hospital policy and with the written instructions of a medical practitioner. The role of a pharmacist also includes that of being a resource person for medicine information, and they are responsible for checking that any newly prescribed medicine will not interact dangerously with, or nullify, any existing medication.
Okay, before dispensing medicine, nurses must contact the pharmacist, are expected to take written permission from the doctor, must have had additional training. Is there a contrast word in the passage?
Yes.
However,
Yes. Yeah. This the focus of this session is just to focus on these things, okay? Because if I explain everything, you will not get that particular idea how to find the answers. Do you have the answer after that? What comes after that?
nurse
Further.
Nurses
have had
additional training
had
to
additional
dispense medicine.
Okay, so that is the answer. That's what you can look into these things and identify. When you find in all the materials, you will have this here, this type of answers. So you are quite sure when you have come across several material with the same strategy being used or the same type of questions being used, you are sure you have to immediately get into that particular word, contrast word. So which is the option? Nurses who have had additional training may dispense medicine.
B.
C is the C1 must have had additional training. C is the answer, Father.
B.
Because here who had additional training may dispense medicines. C1 is saying must have had additional training.
Okay.
Yes, Father.
Now
C is the answer.
others who have opted for B, any arguments?
No.
This is in line with the hospital policy and with the written instruction of a medical practitioner.
C is
Permission from the doctor. Written is instruction of a medical practitioner.
If this is in line with the hospital policy and with the written instructions of a medical practitioner. Before dispensing medicine, nurses are expected. Again, there is one problem. What is the problem?
however, in some cases, it's mentioned, no? In some cases,
No. Now, to at least there is one problem. Just listen to me when I read. Before dispensing medicine, nurses are expected to take written permission from the doctor.
the doctor.
Is it grammatically correct? Grammatically wrong. This is not there. This is not there. To is not there. So it can never be a sentence. Grammatically wrong sentence. We have already seen. This is another example. Very fact, grammatically, and you read, you get it. Once you develop competency, don't worry now. As you go on practicing, beginners and all don't get confused. Before dispensing medicine, nurses are expected to take. You cannot say that. Expected to take. It is to is not there. Okay, I added it just now. That's not in the answer option. So this is grammatically incorrect.
Error.
Are you convinced?
Yes, Father.
Yes,
Yeah. Nurses who have had additional training may dispense medicines. Nurses who have had means must. Already had, definitely. Who have had, that's why must has come there. Have had additional training may dispense medicines. This I just wanted to see whether you will identify this mistake here. So before dispensing medicine, nurses are expected to take written. See, you cannot speak that way, no? Are expected to take written permission and must contact the pharmacist. You need to read that. The role of pharmacist also includes, it's not there. It's not given, right? And they are responsible. They say about their responsibility. Nurses contacting pharmacist is not mentioned, right? First option, do they mention it?
First option is not mentioned, Father.
The role of pharmacist is saying, but the nurses and the pharmacist relation is not mentioned there. So that is cool. So you have two strategies here. One is grammatically, a wrong option can be eliminated. Then you have other two options. You have to select from there, but they not go anywhere because you know there is a contrast word in the very beginning of the second sentence. So what you have to do soon after the contrast word, as I said, again, one more additional tip I gave you, whatever comes between commas, you can eliminate. You need not read. However, nurses who have added it, just you go reading, excluding those things. Is that clear?
Yes,
Yes,
Father.
Father.
Yeah.
Yes, Father.
Now, from reading part C, contrast-based questions, just see from reading part C. We listen again. Now, look for the contrast words. Okay?
9. Which one of the following statement is not true? It is not the first time that researchers have issued warnings about alcohol and cancer. Alcohol consumption can cause cancer of the mouth, larynx, pharynx, esophagus, bowel and breast. There is evidence that alcohol consumption causes 22% of breast cancers in Australia. Tobacco and asbestos are less likely to cause cancer than consumption. Professor Ian Oliver, Cancer Council CEO, says the evidence shows that alcohol has a strong association with various cancers. The Cancer Council cites cancers of the mouth, larynx, voice box, pharynx, a section of the throat, esophagus, bowel, in men, and breast. And the relationship is definitely causative, Oliver says, just as certain as for tobacco or asbestos. In particular, the strength of evidence linking.
Okay, anyhow, we are not going to read the whole passage because we have the contrast word. Just I wanted to show you the contrast words being used. Okay, this is contrast words. The option says, answer option says less likely. Here it says certain. Contrast less likely. Answer option says tobacco and asbestos are less likely to cause cancer than consumption. We have seen about the inaccuracy of the grammar portion here, and the nature of the text is different. But then here, since it is what is not true is asked, the contrast expression, the answer option says less likely, means may not happen. But in the text, it says definitely, as certain as. So less likely is contrast with as certain as and definitely. So just once you have contrast words, then again, you can focus on those contrast words. That's another way of reaching the answer. What I want to highlight here, when you identify those contrast words, you see most of the portion, 70% of the paragraph, you need not read. Only if you have to revisit the questions to confirm the answers, you can go into the you say, as I said, there is a percentage here. You can look into the percentage and read other things. So most of this portion of the paragraph need not be read. That's why he said you have to focus and be competent in the strategies. That's how you can defeat your greatest enemy, that is time. So you need to read only this first portion. Immediately you can get into the answer. Okay, only if you have a doubt, you can again revisit it. So these are contrast words, expressions, not the contrast words. Okay, contrast. After contrast word, you have the answer. These are the contrast expressions used. They are different. Now, opinion questions. Focus on the opinion words or sometimes modal verbs. Just listen just to identify how you can identify the opinion.
The Cancer Council Australia now believes that.
Okay, now tell me if there's an opinion expression.
Believes.
Believes.
Believe is the word.
Yeah.
Believes
Believe is the word. So believe, say, probably, or may, might, all these things tell you it's the opinion question. So here when there is opinion, there will be different opinions. So we have to focus on the particular opinion which is asked. Now they are asking about, as I said, there is name, right? Cancer Council
Cancer
of
Council Australia.
Yeah, immediately you have to launch into the Cancer Council Australia, right? So you can be,
Yes.
it can be here, or we are not focusing on that, but if there are newcomers, just to see Cancer Council again here. So this part you have the answer. Again, here there is a word. What does it mean?
Opinion says.
Opinion.
Yeah,
Opinion
says
says.
means I am saying. What you say is opinion. So says is equivalent of believe, means it's an opinion. Irrefutable that alcohol cancer, all these details are here. It is now irrefutable that alcohol causes cancer. Now you see, even otherwise, here there are numbers, right? If you have to launch immediately into the question, you have to verify or eliminate. You need not read everything. You can just look into the numbers. Do you follow me? Now, if
Yes,
you have
Father.
if you have some doubts, you have to eliminate. So immediately go here. roughly 5% is not 5%, right?
Yes, sir.
Roughly 5%
Yes.
is scale. This
Roughly.
is scale. Roughly 5% is not 5%. Sharp 5%. Scale is no, to eliminate. If you want to eliminate the answer, roughly 5% is
Not
not
5%.
not
Not
5%, not
5%.
equal to 5%. Roughly means it can be little this side or that side. But have a 5% chance means definite, 5% sharp. And again here, more than 5,000. See how beautifully they use scales to confuse you.
Yes.
More than
It's
5,000.
5,000.
5,000 people die. 5,000 people die of related cancers each year in Australia. 5,000, exact 5,000.
Exactly
Here they say
5,000.
more than 5,000
than
means it can be
5,000.
6,000, 7,000, 8,000, I believe. So what I'm telling you, to eliminate, this is not required in your first stage. This only when you learn, you have to identify all these things, eliminate, and everything you have to do. But in the other case, when you're competent, you don't require. But I'm telling you how the scale is being used to confuse you. More than or less than 40,000 is never 5,000. And now that is to eliminate it. It is very possible. Possible is again possible. Possible to look into. What is possible? See how you can eliminate this looking at the topic sentence. Mounting evidence. Mounting evidence shows that drinking any amount of alcohol will increase your risk of developing cancer. Is the topic sentence. What does it mean? Everything, all the evidences absolutely says drinking any amount of alcohol, whether you drink 30 or 60 or 90 or 1 peg or 2 pegs or half a peg, whatever, it will increase. It will have the risk of developing cancer. But it is here, it says it is very possible that alcohol use causes cancer. It is very possible, means maybe.
Maybe.
But here the statement is will increase. Will means factual statement. That's what
Definitely
I said.
they do increase.
Yeah, definitely. So the difference between factual statement or what I'm telling you, as you read the topic sentence, if you understand as I said, the color, the taste, and the texture, and the fragrance, and the tone of the topic sentence, many of the options can be eliminated because that has no uncertainty. The topic sentence is definite. Then you cannot have another tone given in or the message given in the whole paragraph, because paragraph just explains the topic sentence with the supporting sentences and developing sentences with illustrations and examples. So it is undeniable that alcohol use causes cancer. So you have come into the name, immediately you go into this. See, name is repeated twice, but the same thing. But it says it is now irrefutable, undeniable. Even, yeah, this is there even in your text. What I mean, in the topic sentence, you have this taste in the topic sentence. Do you have it?
Yes, mounting evidence.
Yeah, mounting evidence. And again, one more expression, will. As
Yes.
Rajani said, alcohol will increase. Will increase, not may increase or probably increase or possibly increase. It will increase. It will definitely hurt you. If you don't follow the strategies, the time will kill you during the exam. Will kill you means you will not. It will affect you. May kill you or may happen. That's not certain. So we are not bothered about those things. We are just bothered about this opinion, question type, believes, says, because there are many people asking how to identify these questions. So in the question, if there is believes or says or may, might, probably, perhaps, any of these expressions, they are known to be opinion expressions. So definitely, you'll be confused between different opinions. So you have for one particular opinion. And this is beautiful. There is one more name given here, International Agency for Research in Cancer. One more name given here. And that is actually the next question in the text, if you remember. So there is one more answer from the same paragraph. So names are very important that we have looked into. That's not our business now. So ultimately, you can look into the name, then the opinion word, and irrefutable, the synonym. So how many strategies here? Name, opinion words, synonyms, scale, all this together. So we are just focusing on opinion words. Believes means says. So if the question says statement, that's what we call believe is the hedging word in the question, which you have to focus upon when you read. And other, this one, clues are there. We are not bothered about it. The name Cancer Council of Australia is their opinion. Then synonymous, undeniable, irrefutable, and scale any amount, more than 5,000 cases, 5% of all cancers. Paraphrasing is there. Like mounting evidence shows that drinking any amount of alcohol will increase your risk of developing cancer. Answer statement says it is undeniable that alcohol use causes cancer. Again, it is paraphrasing. These statements, that's what I said. You see, again, here paraphrasing is there. Everywhere you can find paraphrasing. That's why some of them find it very hard. Some of the exams will have usually good deal of paraphrasing, and students really cry after the exam saying that many of them may saying that full of paraphrasing, I could not manage. Paraphrasing is competency is acquired by writing down these statements, both the text as well as the answer option or the answer statements. Then gradually you will develop your competency. Why I am asking you to write down? Because human beings, we are learners, have different types of memories, like visual memory, auditory memory, and kinesthetic memory. When you listen, when I teach you, you understand something. But then when you write it down again, your visual memory is activated. So visual memory and auditory memory is combined. Along with that, if you highlight and do some synonyms and words are highlighted, decorated, and all that, even your kinesthetic memory will be activated. So all the three memory types will be activated simultaneously, which helps your competency very soon. Yes. So what are we dealing with now? Which type of question?
Opinion-based question.
Opinion-based question. Oh, just listen, okay? This is also a listening practice for you. That's why I'm making the system.
Cancer-causing agent that can negatively affect the health of our cells. The ethanol itself may also damage our tissues. 12. Which statement best describes the belief of the researchers? A glass of wine a night increases your individual risk of developing cancer. B. The type of alcohol you drink may affect your risk of cancer. C. The more you drink, the greater the risk of cancer. D. The quality and cost of the is also relevant. Alcohol increases levels of sex hormones which have been linked to the occurrence of some cancers. For instance, estrogen is strongly linked to breast cancer. There are a lot of calories in alcohol, so its consumption can contribute to obesity, which is a known risk factor for several types of cancer including breast and bowel. At present, it's hard for researchers to say exactly how much a glass of wine a night would increase your individual risk of developing cancer. What they do know is that the more we drink, the greater our risk of cancer. And it doesn't matter whether you drink spirits, wine or beer, all alcohol is equal when it comes to cancer risk. The quality or cost of the beverage is also irrelevant, as it's the alcohol content that is the key. So, drinking only expensive wine won't reduce the negative health effects.
So in the question statement, which statement best describes the belief of the researchers? Which is the word that says it is an opinion question?
Belief.
Belief. Did you find any familiar? That's why I said as you read the questions, you have to focus on this edging word. Did you find any familiar, similar word or opinion word in the text?
Researchers say.
Researchers do say.
Say here, right? This one? Yeah. So you have the word that researchers say. It's hard to say. And here, without that, just read these options and find out. In the common sense, you should not use your knowledge. Still, what do you believe? What is a common understanding from your knowledge? Which option is right? A glass of wine a night increases your individual risk of developing cancer. The type of alcohol you drink may affect your risk of cancer. Okay, which means some types you can drink, you will not have the risk of cancer. Certain brands you don't not drink. Certain brands you can drink. Does it go well with your knowledge?
No.
General knowledge, I am saying. And the quality and cost of the
Belief.
No. You have
Grammatical error.
Yeah. As soon as you read the quality and cost of, see the quality and cost of what? Cost of the means what? So clear it is. You have to focus and learn this. When you have this competence, it becomes very easy to eliminate. The quality and cost of the is also important. The is what is the. No object here in this sentence. Do you get me?
Yes, sir.
So that's what I'm telling. So all these strategies are repeatedly used in your questions. So this is grammatically wrong. You can eliminate. Okay. And normally any brand of drink, the topic sentence itself says alcohol increases. Okay. And occurrence of some cancers, sex hormones, which have been linked to occurrence of some cancers. Okay. So alcohol increases is the factual statement. Alcohol increases the risk of occurrence of cancers is the factual statement. Here, a glass of wine a night increases your. So this is a glass of wine. If you remember, definitely some people, I still remember you are here. A glass of wine and alcohol. What is the difference between the? I have explained it typically in some questions. There are so many questions of that type. A glass of wine is a particular brand, right? Alcohol is the Yona or the common brand. Can somebody give me an example of the medicines? For example, painkillers is the yana or the common term used for different types of painkillers. Give me one name of a painkiller.
Paracetamol.
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 650.
And what I'm telling, if the passage topic sentence says painkillers and the option says paracetamol, normally that will not be the answer. The yana and the particular category. In one of the texts, I have clearly explained it earlier. So this is not as per the taste and color and texture and the tone of topic sentence. So that can be eliminated. Okay, they are not speaking about individual risk of cancers as well. Individual risk. They aren't speaking about, discussing about individual cancer. The type of alcohol you drink may affect your risk of cancer. Some brand, as you said, common sense itself says any brand. And even the topic sentence says any alcohol. Okay, again, it is reiterated here. It doesn't matter whether you drink spirits, wine, or beer. Means the type of alcohol you drink may affect your risk of cancer. It doesn't matter what you drink, what brand you drink, it will affect you, and it will cause cancer. Is that clear? The more you drink, the greater the cancer. So after say, where you have what they do know. See, what they do know is again a synonym of what? Belief, synonymous expression. What you know is your belief, your opinion, right? What you know, you say. What you know is your opinion. Is that clear? So again, say is here. What they know is that more we drink, greater our risk of cancer. It's directly given. Answer is directly given there, right? So what is the focus? Just to identify the belief, the opinion answers that will help you. Other categories, just I casually explained. That's not required here, but still, that helps you a lot to understand these synonymous expressions. What do you know is your opinion. Usually we say, no? What you know is your opinion. What I know is my opinion. So my belief, my opinion. Say all these words are opinion words. So you can, in the options and first text, there are scale and contrast and irrelevant, relevant, all those things.
Father,
Yes, yeah.
See answer onnukuda parayamo. The more you drink, greater risk of cancer.
Yeah, we are not focusing on the answer. Just I'll tell you. The more we drink, the greater our risk of cancer. The more we drink, more you drink, more we drink, the greater our risk of cancer. നമ്മൾ എത്ര അധികം കുടിക്കുന്നു അത്രേ കൂടുതൽ ക്യാൻസർ വരാനുള്ള റിസ്ക് ഉണ്ട് എന്നാണ് ഇവിടെ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്. What they do is the opinion is that the more we drink, the greater our risk of cancer. This is the correct answer C. Here, if you want to eliminate a glass of wine a night increases your individual risk of developing cancer. It's not a glass of wine. Any alcohol increases the risk of cancer. Topic sentence speaks any. That's why I have given 1 star here. This is the yana, as I said, painkillers. Other one is a glass of wine is paracetamol. And when the topic sentence speaks about alcohol, what is it? It's a yana. It's a common brand. And the answer option speaks about particular wine. So that cannot be the answer. You can eliminate using that particular strategy. Or otherwise, even otherwise, they have said whether you drink wine or spirits or beer, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It says wine or spirit or beer. So a glass of wine a night increases. A night or day or whatever time you drink, alcohol is alcohol. And by common knowledge, you know. So that is eliminated. The type of alcohol you drink may affect your risk of cancer. They said it doesn't matter. See, it doesn't matter whether you drink spirits, wine, or beer. All alcohol is equal when it comes to cancer risk. This goes against it. The type of alcohol you drink may affect your risk of cancer. It's not the type, which brand you drink, but every alcohol has the risk of cancer. So again, the type of alcohol means it is same. First option and second option is same. The same strategy can be used. Like paracetamol and painkiller. Did you understand the difference between painkillers and paracetamol? Painkillers is a common brand, Yano we call it, and paracetamol is one of them. So here alcohol is the common brand. Here wine is one of them. A type of alcohol is one of the brands. So both goes against the topic sentence. And quality and cost of the again I said it is grammatically you can eliminate it. Otherwise, even otherwise, the quality or cost of the beverage is also irrelevant. Here they say, here is the answer option says relevant. Here it says irrelevant. So it is a contrast, opposite, no? It can never be the belief of, it's against the belief of these people. So you can eliminate that. That's what I said. You do not, once you know this grammatical inaccurate strategy, unprecise language strategy, you need not go into the text. That's how you can kill the time. But they take some time for you to read and understand. That's why I haven't seen that. I don't want to explain it. But as soon as I was reading the sentence answer option, I just realized there is a grammar mistake. Earlier I did not read because that was not my focus. My focus was believe, say, what do they know, and hard to say. Where is hard to say? Yeah, research, hard for researcher to say. Okay, hard for researcher to say. Is that clear?
Yes, Father. Thank you, sir, Father.
Yeah. Anyone wants to visit any of the slides?
Father, the second slide.
This one?
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Father.
Yeah, this one actually there is a video explaining all these 7 skills. No, elimination method video itself is there now on the channel.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yes. Don't worry about these things. Only when you, as you practice, you will get this. That's why we are teaching the bit advanced students so that at least they can beat the time if they have an issue with the time. Now, grammar, not precise language, you haven't got it. That's why you are not able to identify. I put examples of 3, 4, but still you are not able to identify. That's why I said you have to write down. One example I'll give you. One student was asked to speak about a fish. One fish was placed on the table. Teacher asked him to describe the fish. He described beautifully about the eyes, about the shape, about the color, everything. Then he was asked to look at the fish, every organ, what he wants to describe, and write down. Then he understood teacher had actually removed the eyes of the fish. There was no eye. Eye was removed. Eyes were removed by the teacher. But then looking at the fish, the student was describing beautiful eyes, wonderful. Only when he wanted to write exactly, he looked into it, there was no eyes. So you have to write down. That's what I'm telling you. You have to write down. Some of you have whose memory or visual, visual memory is weak. You may not feel like writing, I tell you, but you have to force yourself to writing. That's how you activate your visual memory. You don't feel sometimes, what to write, why to write, I understood. No. You have understood, like the student who explained about the fish, you have understood, but that's wrong. When you write down, you reconfirm it. And when you decorate it, circle it, the synonyms and the contrast words and all those things. That's why I'm showing you highlighting, coloring, boxing, circling, and everything on the PPTs. If you do that, you also activate your kinesthetic memory. When all these 3 memories are activated, learning becomes very easy. This is an experiment, I tell you. This is just, I am not just telling you. I have experimented it, and I have done even with my own students when I was in charge of a college, our college. Like I used to complete my syllabus within a month, 5 months syllabus, semester syllabus for BBA, BCom, BS students. We used to complete within 21 days were given to the students and the teachers. Within 1 month, they will have the model exam. Then next 4 months for other skills and competency learning and industrial visits and other programs. And students could manage excellently well, whereas we have same campus. One is on the skill-based learning, premier campus. Other one was ordinary campus, where they used to take 5 months, these classes, then extra classes, special classes to complete the portion. Only thing I used to make them is to get awareness in them and allow them to use all the 3 types of memory simultaneously. And it's not easy. That's what I said. If your visual memory is not dominant, you don't feel like writing at all. See, my visual memory is dominant. That's why I feel like writing. I feel like writing. So, but then I see that I also read. I also listen. I have developed balancing in a balancing way. So when you do your practice, do all these 3 things. Listen to the videos or audios, whatever. Then that's why I make you to listen. Even in the system reads and you listen to it, even in the reading subtest. The passage or the questions are read by the system so that you have a listening practice as well. I am activating your auditory memory. Then I am activating your visual memory by my colorful PPTs, slides. Then I am activating your auditory memory by my horrible sound. Okay, by teaching. Okay, this you have to practice, and if you are parents, teach your kids, teach your children. You will see miracles. You'll see how they enjoy the learning. You see how their concentration increases when all these 3 elements are activated. For example, I congratulate all those who have participated in the YouTube live. Those who are captured this way, the video is so small.
Yes.
But those who have captured this, the full video, you can't even correct it in editing. That's why I repeatedly say, even when you use your phone here or capturing everywhere, use your phone in landscape mode. If you use this way and capture your movie, it cannot be edited. That will be only in the middle, small portion. And editing is very challenging in that case. So why do you, when you spend your time, use it this way and you make it? Yes.
Yes, Father, I would like to give experience regarding yesterday's live.
Please.
So it was very like a good experience, because whenever I saw like a previous your videos and that online classes, it was thinking like how it possible, like without sitting at one place, that people are coordinating and they're taking Zoom session and also live. It was very challenging. So I was thinking that how it possible. So when we did like in Konkani or even English, it was okay. Now I understood like how father was coordinated, and that all coordination I felt very good. And now I feel like okay, hereafter we can also give any Zoom session or classes for in public also. I felt very good.
And Father Vincent, the CODP director, was so happy. He was telling, I have now a battalion of teachers I can take to each deanery and I can teach all the poor nurses. He was so happy.
Father, maybe.
Yeah.
Father, this discussion is started.
One sec. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, before that, let me tell you one or two things. Yeah, like, please make sure that you share your learning experience in the main platform, especially because that helps a lot of people. Not only that, that helps me as well. Not to hear that it's wonderful, great, that's okay. I can understand that you can say that's left to you. But then I can understand how much you grasp the things. What are the things you grasped? What helps you? And from each of your response, I can make out what type of learner you are. Whether you are a visually dominant learner, from the way you say, no, you can understand. For example, other day somebody was sharing their experience, like when someone was saying, see, I don't remember exactly the words like modal verb or contrast word. I don't remember any of those words. Even during exam, I did not remember. But I could see father's PPT and all the colors and all the boxes clearly in my mind when I'm reading. So she is a visual learner. From that very expression, I understand she is a visual learner. What is to be given to her? So from your every experience sharing, your feedbacks, learning experience feedback, YouTube comments, I understand what you require, what type of learner you are, and what is to be given to you. So we can customize the sessions in a more useful way. All the YouTube comments are behind my mind. Even today, I have used many of those requests and comments. Basing on that, I have spoken so many things. So make sure you share your learning experience, interact maximum in the platform, and spend time for OET. Respect OET and love OET. Then OET will respect you and love you. Okay? So fall in love with OET and try. If there are some people who want to coordinate one YouTube live session, I will support you in all the ways. I'll give you the PPTs. Or if somebody wants to, is interested in joining, you can inform me or the admins in YouTube live in any language of the world. Let's reach out to people like in their own language and help them. Thank you. Mary, yes. Mary was very coordinated one session and it was great. Yes.
Thank you, but it's not my pride. Like Rajini Chechi, all are helping me a lot. Father, this YouTube live session, reason behind this is the open discussion in our Telegram. First, I was afraid to do I always see that discussions in the Telegram 8:30 p.m. But I never expect that I will do one, and I will get the chance to do the YouTube live, and then it Malayalam, and all these YouTube live because of this open discussion in the Telegram group. So thank you so much for that decision to do the open discussion in Telegram. So it was very effective for us, and even we are doing the English session. After that, we did a particular Malayalam session. Then also we are getting more knowledge that whatever we are missing in the English, we are getting from the Malayalam detailed word. So thank you all Thank you, Father, for the chance for us to do this YouTube live and all the discussions in the open discussion. And thank you all admin, especially Rajni Chechi, Arya, Nimi, all are there to help us. And we don't know what to do. And they guide us. Rajni Chechi was asking me, maybe call the person, call the people personally and ask them if they can fill the slot or not, like that. So it was very effective for us, and we are more confident to speak also. From this, we are more confident to speak in front of others. So thank you, Father. Thank you, admin. Thank you, all the participants for supporting us. Thank you so much.
Great. And that's great. And Sunita is here. Sunita was coordinating, being a Malayali, she coordinated and spoke so
Kannada.
well in Kannada. Yes, very Sunita. Yes, that was really great. Even in if you have any doubts regarding reading C, you can listen to Telugu tomorrow evening at 8:30. Definitely, you will get rest of the things, and you can understand everything. I have seen their trial, and I can understand everything. Even if you don't know Telugu, definitely you will learn languages like that. Because you know the passage and things, context, everything you know. And the Telugu is almost like Malayalam.
Father, it was a wonderful experience, Father. And this is my first experience, this was. And Rajani Chechi and Arya really, they helped a lot. And it was initially a little bit difficulty to find out the Kannadigas who come forward. But once they joined, all of them was rocking, Father. And I was really happy. And it helped to increase my confidence level to speak publicly. Really, I'm telling, because I never faced such platform in my life. So it was a wonderful experience, and thank you so much, Father. Then it was a difficulty for me to speak fluently Kannada, but I tried. I was very much scared. In my colleagues and all, always they will tease, "Oh, Sunita, you speak like this and your language is like that." Most of them, I'm the only one Malayali here in this hospital. So others are Kannadigas. So easily they can make out find out my mistakes. But without any hesitations, you agreed for that to speak, and it was a reward for me, really. Thank you so much, Father, Rajni Chechi and Arya.
Yes, and she got a wonderful team. When she selected, she got a team. It was really wonderful. And committed team, and Paka, Kannadigas, and going good. Great.
Father, I want to talk.
Yeah, please. Anita, yes. The symbol of energy. Yes.
Thank you, Father. It was my first experience that I am coordinated the program. I had made so many mistakes, but next I will improve that one. It is the best chance to learn something different. I learned how to use the laptop also first time, because before I was not knowing anything about computer and all. Now I'm learning little bit, but next onwards I will do perfectly without any mistakes. I will do. Then for me supported so many other that Arya Chechi, then Rajni Chechi, then Sunita Chechi also, she supported morally also. In yesterday before my session, she called me and she told, don't worry, you will be you can do it very well. Then Mary Joseph also, she helped me how to make the posters. That also I made first time, because suddenly she posted one poster, then suddenly I called her, how you did? Then she told her, don't worry, I will teach you how to do. Then she taught me how to do also. Then yesterday we made a video. In that one also, some my friends were my team members were decided that one we will do like this videos. In hurry burry afternoon only we made this. Then my brother was edited that one. So I would like to thank him also, and all supporting team. Then Mallus, they supported us like they don't know that Konkani language, but in comments I all read they supported like this is a different language we can. So thank you, Father, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Actually, by giving us a live presentation, we developed a self-learning, I can say, and happy to say that we are ready for the next Zoom live sessions. Yes, Father. By seeing our video also, what we made, actually many staffs and they have contacted me and they told me to join this group. So I have told to join. Just join first EduSkills. Subscribe it. You will get all the details. Just you see, you will get the interest and you will develop. So many have joined. I think so.
You wanted to ask me something, right?
Yes, Father. Like
Yeah.
you mentioned in a one slide that paraphrasing.
Ah.
So how to identify that paraphrasing, Father? Like you are saying whenever you are giving the slide, in that we have to write, or whenever we are doing practice, that time we will come to know that paraphrasing.
Yeah, and as you practice, if you remember, if you may not have attended the session, I believe I have explained in one session different types of diaries, or having a book, big book and a long book, and making a diary of vocabulary, diary of synonyms, diary of synonymous expressions, diary of paraphrasing, diary of contrast words. You have to write with the sentence in the context. Paraphrasing is just saying the same thing in different words. Okay. For example, I told you, yeah, what should I say? For example, I'm telling you, all of you should mute your microphones, and only one who speaks will unmute and speak. But other way I say, I don't say that all of you should unmute. I say only those who are speaking will have to unmute your microphone and speak, which means others should unmute, should keep muted, right? So speaking, yes, same meaning, different words.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I got it.
Yeah. So what you have to do is you have to keep writing all those expressions in your notebook. Automatically, the competency will increase. You need not by heart it. By hearting will not work in these exams. Competency is required. So write down. When you don't feel like, for example, keep a particular period for practicing OET, 30 minutes or 1 hour. Even if you don't feel like reading or listening, just write down one text and the questions. That itself will help you.
Father, one more doubt. Like while I'm doing the listening, especially part C, like I'm losing my concentration during part C.
That's what I said. To improve the concentration, as you are listening, try to write down whatever you understand. Maybe some words or some sentences in your own way. Okay. Otherwise, you think after listening this one audio, I am going to write down the summary. So you have to listen to write down the summary. And if you can decide, I'll be sending it to Father, the audio and summary. Then you'll be more conscious, because Father will feel bad. So that's okay. Or you decide that audio and summary, I'm going to send it to the main platform. Then you'll concentrate more, because what, Monica, this is not the thing what is spoken in the audio, they will say, no. So you'll be more focused. So you need sometimes our human weak nature needs some force behind. That's why sometimes we force you to write this learning feedbacks, all those things. That gives a lot of clarity. I tell you, whoever was good at giving learning feedbacks have excelled in their exams. That's my experience, because they get a lot of clarity. And when they write down from one video what you have understood, from one session what all things you have understood. When you recall those things, no, if you have to write the feedback, you have to recall what you heard. So it's very effective. It's like a revision, powerful revision. And also the other one, empowering aspect is there. Reading those feedbacks, there are so many beginners who tell me, reading that feedback, I could understand what is given in the video. Otherwise, I could not understand better. So I have taken copy of that feedback. And there are people who ask me, could you send me some good feedbacks of this video? They don't know there is a comment space. Then I ask them, you just scroll through the comment space, you will find all the feedbacks. All of you do one thing, you can go to those things and give a comment or a like and all those things. And when you visit any video, just scroll through and there is a like button for all the comments, right? Do you have a like button? I don't know, because I am from the.
Yes, Father.
Yeah, we have the like button.
Yeah, just even if you don't have time to what you call give a comment and type, at least touch that like button and go. That helps a lot of reach. Now I see sometimes I ask you to collect some list. I particularly observe even the person who has collected the list of the people, they have seen and written down the name, but they don't want to touch the like button. I am the only one who to like every comment. You can see almost every comment I have liked. So I have given thumbs up and heart. Almost every comment. I read all the comments because that's easy for me to assess, what you require. And a couple of sessions I have organized only on that basis. And then I understand how many beginners are there when they ask questions, what is modal verb they ask. Then I understand these are beginners. They need more explanation. Or what is scale? When they ask, I know they have not attended then interact maximum on the platform, the beginners, when they ask some questions, if you have some time, please answer them. You not wait for the admins alone. Anybody can answer what you know. They'll be so much depressed and confused sometimes. Maybe your one sentence or one audio will help them a lot, motivate them. These are the things, permanent reward you will get from God. Other things you will get only OET and one job. But after getting OET and one job, if there is no life, it's no use, right? Ultimately, do something for eternity. That's fine. Admins, do you have anything to speak? One admin is thinking, let the other admin speak.
No. Exactly what I thought.
Exactly, everybody thought it. Yes.
I was thinking let Arya speak.
Everybody was thinking that.
I was thinking let Rajini Jaji speak up.
Yesterday, when somebody was saying something, I told them a small story. In one kingdom, the people wanted to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the coronation of the king. Okay, 25th anniversary. They are all poor villages, no? So they decided they don't have money. So they decided some villages have rice. So they will contribute rice for the function. Some have milk. They will contribute milk. Some have vegetables. They will. So that way they said they will gather almost whatever is required for the celebration and the food. So one particular village, they have all cows. They they have milk in the village. They rear cows. So they decided in the leader's house, they will keep a big drum. That particular day, they will pour 1 liter of milk each for family. 1 liter. So everybody was bringing and pouring into the drum. Only thing was everybody was coming different. They are not coming together. Everybody was coming alone and pouring. And at in the evening, they wanted to carry it to the place where they have to prepare the things for the dinner, for the this one, food. And they came with the vehicle. When they opened, there was only water, not even a drop of milk. Because each one of them thought, when there are hundreds of liters of milk, if I pour 1 liter of water, nobody will know. Okay, but every family thought that way. Everybody thought that way. So there was not even a single drop of milk in the drum. So don't think others will do it. Let me don't think others will pour milk. Yes. So don't think let others start YouTube live or let others do it. Let's do it. Yes. Let me do it. It should be the attitude.
I'm planning to do one.
Oh, great. That will be great. Superb it will be. Yeah. You can plan in advance, maybe 1 month in advance, not immediately, and fix the date and tell me so that we will create posters and reach out to maximum. And, you will see a different arena of life. Exactly what I am enjoying, you will start enjoying. And all these problems, all the stress, the depression, anger, all those things will simply vanish away. Then you'll feel cool inside. That's a blessing when you empower others. That unless you experience, nobody can make you understand what it is.